Good morning. If you're here now, you are catching my replay. So feel free to hit hashtag replay so I know that you came on by. I think we're going to be doing something fun today. We're just waiting for some friends to get on. I'm looking for my 1-inch paper punch circle that I cannot find anywhere. Come on in, guys. Good morning, Gina. Good morning, Venus. Hey, Molly. I'm looking for something that's lost, but I think we'll manage without it. I hope everyone had a nice weekend. We sure did. I'm going to get us right down to business today. So I was I was on Pinterest and YouTube, and I was just kind of getting inspired, and then I found some ideas I want to try, but I want to try to do them a couple different ways today. So I like these are flowers that I really like because they're flat, so they can be used on the inside of your junk journal. Um, and they're made out of coffee filters. So sorry, something bananas happened there. So they're pretty easy to do. They're a little messy. And there's some other ideas that maybe one day when I'm up at my dining room table we can do together, because I do not have enough space down here to like go through the whole dye method. Um, but you could use coffee stained coffee filters. You could use what we're going to do today is we're going to be painting on them. Now, this one I did with watercolor paints, and this one I did with um acrylic paint and ink. So there's some things I like and some things I don't like about these. But the nice part is the more you crunch them up, sometimes the better they look. So you can finagle them after you have them made to get what you want. So this is what I wanted to do today. And again, it is going to be a little bit messy, but I want to go through the first good morning, Kathy. Um I want to go through the first part of this, which is I'm going to fold this coffee filter, I don't know, however many times here. And the width you cut I'm sorry, the smaller the center, the bigger your flower's going to be. So I actually want to go a little bit above where those creases start, and I'm going to save this piece. So this is fun, and we're just going to sit here and play around with these for, I don't know, 40 minutes to an hour this morning, um, just depending on how it goes. So, once you have the center cut out, it's kind of easy to just pull this away. So you have a little bit easier of a shape to work with. Pull this up a little bit more. Okay. And then I used watercolors. Like I said, I used watercolors on this one, and they were the metallic watercolors, and they looked really pretty. And I didn't on this one. So I want to try something, and I want to tell you how I did this. So I'm not sure if this is going to work 100% like I'm wanting it to, but we're going to give it a shot. Um, so we're going to paint these, and what I did was I added water to acrylic paints. So I have a green and I have a pink, and I think I'm going to do a purple one too. And I'm just using Deco Art paints, and this one is the Satin Iris. And you don't need a whole lot of paint. but you need enough so that it can be pigmented. This might be too light. Well, we'll give it a shot and see what we got. So basically, I'm going to go down the middle of this with this color. It's not too bad. The thing is, I think I am going to add a little more. The thing is, the more it dries, the lighter it gets. So you kind of just have to play around with it. But this is kind of like making your own watercolors. And we're going to do something else with these paints. They're not going anywhere. For another idea I have. And you do have to allow time to dry these. You can do these and put them in the microwave for a minute. You just stack like 4 on top of each other and pop them in the microwave. You can always do that. So see, this is starting to disappear down here, which is okay. I want it to be kind of faint. I got heavy-handed over here. Let me see if I can help this guy a little bit. But you don't have to be, hey, Ruth! You don't have to be, you can just have at it. You don't have to, like, be super concerned about, how your colors are going down. Now, this one, I had a problem showing up before, so I may need to add more paint to it, but you really want to make sure your paint is mixed. And I do want to overlap because I want them to kind of come together naturally. So like I said, this is going to get soaked, but we'll hit the heat gun to it and it'll dry them up. And if white peeks through, that's totally fine too. And again, there's another way we could do this that we're going to do next. So those look pretty well blended. This purple got a little harsh over here, but when we crinkle it up, it'll be fine. Okay, and then I'm going to do green. Because, and I'm doing the green on the inside so that that can represent the stem. And you can use watercolors, like I said. I'm just using acrylic paint mixed with water. Oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. I missed that, Ruth. I hope you feel better. That's terrible. You guys that were on yesterday, I got a phone call from Chris and Lauren because John just ended up going by himself to drop off their gift, and they loved it. They left me, they called me and just were saying the nicest things about it. So I thought I'd let you guys all know that. Now we are going to end up crinkling this, but let's dry it for a little bit. And I'm working on watercolor paper just so that I have some absorption. I'm hoping I don't need to go through a ton of watercolor paper because it's not cheap, but I buy it by the ream, so I've got some. Anybody that's new, this is kind of what we're doing today. There's a few different ways you can do it. And again, you can pop these in the microwave or you can put them in the oven at 250 for 10 minutes. Then you can stack them, but I wouldn't stack more than 3 or 4. But this is so much quicker. Okay. So see, like I said, that pink is like hardly showing up, but I think we're still going to roll with it. So what I was looking for that I couldn't find before we started was a 1-inch hole punch, and I can't find it. It should be sitting on my desk, but we all know what my desk probably looks like, right? So, um, I'm going to just because it this is gonna be the back. So if it's not even, um, as you're cutting around it to a smaller size, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Eventually, one time in the morning, then find the rest of it. Oh, good. I'm glad it doesn't last long, at least. That's no fun. So I'm gonna turn this down, and I'm just eyeballing, and it's, not gonna be anything super great here. And the smaller your circle, the smaller your flowers are gonna be. And I don't even know if I'm gonna need more than one of these here, but what we're gonna do, I'm gonna use Fabri-Tac. Some people use hot glue, and I'm like, all they do is burn their fingers the whole time. So we're not gonna use hot glue on here. I'm gonna use Fabri-Tac. It dries quick enough, and I practiced with it this morning. So then you wanna lay down, and you wanna start folding over each other, just like a little fan. And I'm crinkling this because I forgot to do that. You need to crinkle it. You don't have to. It just makes it look more natural. And I'm just going itty bitties. And I'm trying to keep the center in the center. But again, this is going to be where this is going to be the back. So don't worry if it's looking like it's not even. Mine usually don't. Good morning, Carol. Happy Monday to you. We're making some of these today. Yeah, this one is going to definitely be crooked, but that's okay. It's going to look crooked on the back, but hopefully not on the front. So see how I'm just pleating it all the way around? We might do a couple of these. Well, we are going to do a few, but I want to try 3 different ways. But again, what I really liked about this is that it was you could use them inside of your journal because they're flat. So I thought that was kind of cool. I am going to run out because I made this way bigger than I wanted to. So let's back up a second. I'm going to try and finagle this over. There we go. Make looser pleats in here. Still need more. Okay, so it's not perfect. It is not perfect, but you can see like how easy that is to do. Crinkle it up a little bit more to help hide some of this. I mean, it's that simple. I'm going to glue down my last petal here, though. And then look, it's not exactly centered on the back, but that'll be the part you're gluing down. So then, what should we use? I was using silver. Here, let's do something fun. This is from something that Kathy got me. Or little polka dots. I'm over here on the side. I don't know if I want to use this or not. Let's look and see what it looks like. Little green polka dot. I think that would work well here. I think I want to try something here. I have this Distress Oxide and Seedless Preserves. And I'm just going to go over the tippy top. So I still want it to look soft, so I'm going to spray it with water. So it reacts to the water. That's softening that up a little bit. That definitely helped since that pink was missing so much. Hey, Karen! Welcome back. The kids loved what I did yesterday for them. It's nice when your kids start getting older. They're in their like very young 30s. They're so much more appreciative of what the effort you put in for things than when they're younger. So that made me feel good. Okay. And then again, you could use hot glue, but I mean, I'm not going to mess with hot glue today. We got enough going on this desk. So I'm going to go ahead and put this little green. Oh, I wanted to distress him. I think that would help. Yeah, for sure. It's going to help. Thank you. If I had my act together, I would have done like a whole album for them. But I just I've been so busy and just like everybody else. Now, I don't know what this is going to look like. I'm going to go around the outside with this Distress ink and just hit like what's showing. And again, you can come in and finagle this as much or as little as you want. But I would suggest using 2 pieces. Now, I can't measure this. Well, can I? Here. I don't want to pick this paper up off my desk. This is, it's 3.5. It's a little, but flowers aren't perfect, so I'm okay. I'm okay with that. And then we have 2 options. We could put a rhinestone in the middle. Or what I think we're going to do is put in a brad, round paper fasteners. Should I do gold on this one? Maybe silver. No, gold looks pretty. Let's do the gold. Okay, so then what I want to do, and in hindsight, I would have done this before. Find the center as best you can. And just watch your finger on the back if you got your finger back there. And if it gets crinkly while you're doing this, it's okay. Poke a hole through the center. I'm going to be a little off center. I always struggle with finding the center when I do these. And poke your brad in. You could use a button. Ooh, this one's really... I gotta try and get this guy apart. There we go. Thank you, Ruth. Okay. So that's crinkly flower number one. Um, I probably would have preferred to have two strips of the coffee filter. So let's try this a little bit of a different way. Oh my gosh, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out the center again on here. Okay, this one's going to be tricky. I'm saving the centers. Now, I tried this before and I wasn't really thrilled with it, but we're going to try it anyway. So I have my watered down acrylic paint and I'm going to hold the tip of this in and look what just happened. It fled up to the top. Now, here's what worries me. I want to put green at the bottom. Which kind of worked, but it's really, really faint. Because I wanted it to grow up to look like some veins. Oh, I guess it's not too bad. Okay, I'm going to wring this out. And then I've got a stack of paper towels here. And we'll just unroll this like halfway for right now. See, you can't even see what I did. I guess we're going to have to go back with the paintbrush. The top is okay. But the bottom, in my opinion, didn't work. Probably because it was already wet. It's starting to go away again. We're just gonna, well, if we need to, we'll go back at it a couple times. But yeah, these don't take very long. Now this is soaking wet, so it's gonna take a minute here, but this is very, very faint. But the more paint you put in your water, the heavier the color you'll get. We'll crumble it after we dry it. It's pulling apart all on its own. You really can't see anything here. It's so faint. Let's cheat a little bit. Okay, I'm using Liquitex Hooker's Green. That's what I mixed with my water. So I want to try something else and see. I'm going to add water to it, but I'm going to do it this way. Oh boy, that's going to be really bright. We're just playing around today. I'm experimenting. That kind of works. Let me get a this one with this purple again. Let's do, I have this metallic purple. It's a little bit different. Oh gosh, I didn't shake it. I've had this a long time and I've never opened it. Yeah, I have, Ruth, and the problem is that these are so skinny that the second I dip it in, the top is or the bottom's already covered. We can try it again though. getting a little bit, but I don't have enough paint, and it's also soaking up into my watercolor paper. It's meant to absorb, so. But if you want really faint colors, you can do what I did, but I just think I have too much water in there, which is fine. We'll just play around with it this way now. All right, back to the dryer. Do you feel like when you get your hair done, you gotta sit under the dryer? I hate that part. You're like on fire, can't hear anything, and you're like, when is my time gonna be up? And it feels like forever. That metallic purple is really pretty because it has this little sheen to it. Okay. So then we got to go around the rosy again. I'm going to try and do better this time. I just need I'm going to try and go smaller this time. I have no idea if that's even going to be possible. But I want to try it. See my imperfectly perfect circle? It won't matter for the back. It really won't. Okay. So, did I cut this? Oh, we got to crinkle it. But yeah, they dry so fast under the heat gun. All right. Let's hope for a better outcome this time. Size-wise. Well, and that I don't run out of it. This is going to be tricky. May have to add glue. May have to cut that off. Let's try it this way. Yeah, the more pleats you do, the better it really looks. My fingers are sticking to it and we're making a big mess here. I'd still rather have Fabri-Tac fingers than my pleats don't look very good over here. I'm sure you guys will do a much better job at this than I am. But you can at least get the concept down. And if you don't want to go around the horn more than once, don't do it. My last one was a lot easier than this one is. So these are just kind of ornate little flowers, if you will. My green is in there, so I'm gonna get that back to the center. That doesn't look so bad. The changing up the colors definitely helped. Here it is. I have some scrapbook paper right here. Let's try it. Because then you can go get ready for your crinkles and all the way you want. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Okay. So this is going to be the center for this guy. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to put I kind of want to try something a little crazy. I have this wild honey color. Just to help brighten it up a little bit. I'm just going around the outside. It actually looks really pretty. Let's try it on the inside. Just faintly. I really like using the inks on here. Where's my cap? There it is. Okay. One last time. Because remember, the Distress Oxide reacts to water. So you can take advantage of it. I think my flowers are getting a little bit better each time I make a new one. Maybe not. But when you put them in a project, they'll look really pretty. Just don't use the back. Okay, it could dry the rest on its own. So, oh, I gotta put a, let's put a little tiny green rhinestone in the middle of this one. I have my picker right here. I don't know why I just did it that way. I could have probably used yellow. Could have probably used yellow in the middle. I just think they're so fun. And again, this is how thin they are. And then you could probably double them up and put a little one in the middle. Let's try one other thing. I need a new... I have to go get some water. Hold on. Because I want to do a different color now. I'm coming. Where's my water bottle? Sorry. My belly hit it when I was coming through my little path over here. Okay, so I have this metallic berry. Maybe I do want to just do it down here. This is going to be kind of bright. I feel like I'm doing the same thing, just in a different color, but I was going to try and keep the middle in this one, but maybe not. Let's just see. Sorry, I know you're out of the camera a little bit. I'm coming back around. All right, let me clean this one off. I'm going to add a little bit of this berry to this green. Get more of a brownish, like a more of an olivey brownish color. Oh, it looks the same. It's a little different. That's better. So I kind of just really wanted to fade. This is really wet. We're going to need more, folks. Venus, yeah, I think this is good. Now, I want to try one more thing before we're done, but it'll be the first time I even try it. So don't anybody hold their breath. And you know me, I just like to come on here sometimes and go for it. And you know what? I bet you your 3-year-old will have the prettiest little one too. Because the more we try as adults, we try to be so perfect. And sometimes that's where we kick ourselves because we're doing that. All right, let me. I just felt like painting this one first this time just to see if it was any easier. How fun to have a 3-year-old granddaughter. I miss my grandson being 3. That's such a cool age. 3 and 4. They're so stinking cute. I mean, there's something great about every age, but that was one of my favorites with my kids and with my grandson. Okay. I'm going to crinkle this up. There's your flower. I wonder if you could just, nah, it doesn't look that great. Okay, so we're all crinkled up. And then I want to use some brown. Oh. And I just want to go around the tips. Just right around the outside. Oh, I bet. And then how fun. Now crinkle it up. Make a big mess. Crinkle it, crinkle it, crinkle it. Especially the boys, man. They love when they can ruin something. This ink is really hard to see. It's working. It's just, you could see it more on here than on here. Almost there. Okay. Lid. All right. Look at how pretty these colors are. Okay. This is going to have to be a really, really small one. I'm sorry. I keep getting these spam calls one after another. Okay. I'm trying to think because I'm not going to have enough because I wasn't here. We could try. I don't think we needed all that green. You can still see a hint of it. Shall we just see what we get out of this one? And then we're going to do one more thing. Okay. I wonder if I kept it in the center, if I could use this bigger one. Let me just see something. I want to try it. I don't know if this is going to work. But I just want to try it. So this is the side I want. I'm going to go down all the way to the center. I see why they want to use hot glue, but I guess you could Mod Podge all this instead of doing it the way I'm doing it. I think we're going to make it. Hello, hello, my friend. How are you? I'm attempting to make some paper flowers that I've never done before. Well, we did a few of them this morning. Some came out better than others. But I'm not giving up. We're just going to have some fun here. And then we'll do one other thing that is like super simple. I love these colors. I think, yeah, you definitely want to have a couple strips to work with. This is going to be very pretty, this one at least. I had to stretch it out more than down here. Look at the colors of that one, though. Okay. These could have been a little better. I need to glue this guy, though, a little bit more. A little better. What a mess we have. It's fun. I'll definitely use these. I'm going to come down here a little bit, too. I feel like every time I put my lid on my glue, I have to go back and reopen it. I think I want to do a Brad again, but I don't know that I want to put anything behind it. Let's just see what it looks like. My fingers are so sticky. Will I hit the center? Oh, I got this in the back. Hold on. Somewhat center? I'm not going to be center there. I was center here. All right, let's do this one. Coming apart on me. I have rhinestone Brad somewhere over there too. I think that looks pretty. It's very simple. Thanks, Karen. Yeah, these colors are, I think, some of my favorites that I've done. All right, one more thing. What time is it? I may have to pass on doing one more thing. Let's just do one out of white. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I have 3 coffee filters. We don't have time to paint them. And then we're gonna cut a little petal. Oh my gosh, this is not very easy. This is so thick. Kind of a little petal. You know what I could do? Sorry, it's my phone again. Let's dip this. Let's dip this. This is the green we're hardly gonna see. I forget I'm not on a time limit today. Let's just let this start to dry because I don't want to rip it trying to pull it apart. Yes. See, this one was long enough where I could dip it, and you saw it only took me 1 second. Oh, you didn't see. I just dipped like just a very, very, very tip in here, and it floated all the way up. And then my green isn't really that strong, but I probably would have wanted to use yellow in the center anyway, now that I think about it. Or purple. Sorry this is so messy for you guys to be looking at. You can't hardly see, but this is how it's looking. I've heard that you can actually burn these, so you need to be really careful. Oh, they're so pretty. This one doesn't want to come apart. And then we're just going to stack them on top of each other and twisty turn them. Okay, this should go quicker now. I just didn't want to tear them, because of how thin they are. These are some big honking flowers. I don't know what the heck I'll use this for, if I even will. I guess you need to do it a lot smaller. And you could do them one by one. So this one is my favorite because it has this around the outside. Hi, Debbie. Thank you. We're just getting ready to finish up, my friend. But I appreciate you. Yeah, this is one big flower, you guys. Maybe I don't want 3. Maybe I just want 2. I don't know. I'm not sure about this. Still a little damp. I'm just playing. This is probably not going to look so great, but I was thinking we'll do one of those another time, but that really looks bad. I don't know. Maybe if I was able to do this so much smaller, it might have looked a lot better. Kind of want this one on top, this one here, this one here. Mm. Wah, wah. Hey, Nancy. We're just getting ready to hop off, my friend. Let me show everybody what we made. I got tons of water and paint. That would look pretty. You could even do something like that. Okay, so we made this flower out of paper. You can watch the replay. I was just playing around today. I did this one off camera this morning. These are coffee filters. And then I set a wet paper towel down. And then we did this one. And we did this one. And this one I did this morning, but I don't really like it. But I mean, I have it. And what we were talking about is that these are really, really thin. So you can put them inside your junk journal without it being too bulky on your page. And then if you wanted, I mean, I would never put these two together, but you could cut this one smaller. You could start layering them up. You get a really pretty flower that way if you wanted to use it for your cover. But I just was experimenting today because I got inspired online by a couple things. Yeah. Hold on. If I can even get to my mouse on here. Yeah, just kind of poking around on here. Oh, thanks, Debbie. Yeah, just it was kind of, I don't know how exciting it was, but I wanted to play around with it, so I thought I'd do it with you guys. I mean, I did a practice one and it was okay. The one thing I will say, and you'll see in the replay, and I think we all witnessed, is that depending on how big your thing is in the back is going to depend on how big your flower is going to end up being. And some of my smaller ones look better because I was able to get more pleats in them. You can still finagle it though after. So yeah. Oh, I'm not even on my camera and but yeah, the smaller the thing on the back, the more pleats you can get. And if you can do 2 coffee filter paintings at once, in hindsight, I would have done that. So anyway, guys. Oh yeah, you can use tea bags, you can use instant coffee, you can use food coloring, but wear gloves. You could use alcohol ink, you can use watercolors. Um, I just have most of the colors I wanted. This one I did in watercolors. No, this one I did in watercolors. And it's a little bit fainter. Oh, Ruth, you're so sweet. Thank you, my friend. Um, so yeah, so I'm gonna get going. I have a mess to clean up right here. That's for sure. So I will be back on Wednesday, I think. I'll try and post something tomorrow so you guys know what time and what we'll be working on. I gotta create content for it. So but I will be back and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.